everybody, it's Robin with Uniquely Robins. We're going to finish up our Witch's Cauldron book today. Have some various things out here to work with. The first thing we're going to do is put the inside into the cover. I had thought at first about putting one of the pictures on each side of this, but I found this that I had used inside a shadow box that I had made, and I thought that this would go really nice with this. And it's like a velvety paper, but it's got sticky on the back so it sticks, and I think we're going to use this on the inside and the front and the back. Of course, we'll have to do it this way and cut it right so it fits in there just right, but I think this would be much nicer, so we're going to go with that. I'm just going to mark where I want it to go to, and I think I'm going to have the seam in the middle. That way you won't see it. I'm going to cut it first. I apologize for not having a video yesterday. My husband's procedure went longer than supposed to because they were, of course, running an hour and a half behind. So that kind of threw everything off for the day. Or not yesterday. It was Friday is when it was, but it was my video for yesterday. And this usually, yeah, it usually cuts pretty well with this. And like I said, it is like a velvety, and I just think it would look really nice on here. I'll try not to mess it up. We'll see what happens. I do have plenty of them, and I did get this from Amazon. I bought a picture frame shadow box like we used for our umbrella and stuff, and it was a big one, and I made a shadow box for our vacation we went on to Deadwood, and I used this as the backing on there, and it looked really nice. And I thought it would go really nice with this book, so that's what we're going to do. And we're not going to put it in yet because first we have to put the other piece in. So I have some more of this tie back, and we're going to use that on here. Stand this up. So I want to glue this middle part first. So we're going to run some glue down through here. This is a nice one to use, especially if you don't want your string to show. And I will show you how to do it the other way, where you just have one page. I'm just not sure yet when. I was hoping to do it this week before we got done with more of this kit, but I just didn't have the time. So we'll do it on another kit that seems to cry out for it. Okay, I'm going to start this. I'm going to try to make sure, get it at least even, to where it at least covers. I've still got some sticky on there. Well, I guess that's where it's going, because that's where it wants to go. My burnishing tool, and we'll make sure we get a good sticking on there. I had it down far enough, but I do. Amazingly enough. All right, I'm gonna put some glue on this side now. Try not to get it on my page. I really hope for those of you who are just starting out making journals that I explain this stuff well for you. If you have any problem understanding, please let me know so I can try to maybe do it a different way so that I'm not losing you. Because it really is something that's very, very fun to do, and I really think you'll enjoy it a lot. It's rewarding. They make nice gifts for people. A lot of people are into journaling nowadays, so. Okay, I really want to see if I can peel this back so I can get some glue up there further. There we go. There we go. Come on, don't rip. I didn't think there was that much sticky left on that side, but I guess there was. Excuse me. I wanted to make sure I got glue down here. Because we want it to stick good. And this will give it the sturdiness that we need. That's better. That's better. Grab me a clean paper towel real fast. Normally I use the paper towels that I dry my hands off with so that I'm not wasting them, but I didn't have one today because I haven't been up here, I've been downstairs. I forgot to bring those up, so. Alright, now I'm going to take these little scissors and I'm going to go around. I want to trim the top so we don't have that white sticking out. Okay. Let go with me. Alright, now let's do the bottom. Trim that up. Get our excess glue off of here. Seem to have made a little bit of a mess there. Okay. Now, get this part together and it'll look a little bit more like a book. Hope everybody had a great Easter. We're gonna do our Easter next weekend with the grandkids because I have my oldest grandson then, and then my daughter will bring the two little ones too. So we'll just be a little late this year. That's okay. And I'm hoping that my grass gets done in time. I like to make wanted to make my grandkids a Easter basket with real grass in it this year, so hopefully it grows fast enough. I always wanted to do it the last few years, and I always end up not thinking about it until it's too close to Christmas for it to grow in there. I'm hoping this year it does. If not, there's always next year. Okay. All right, so now we have that together. Just a little bit closer here. Okay. Okay. Now, take our book. We're going to put these pieces aside because these are going to go on top. So our book is going to fit in here like this. Make sure I don't have it upside down. That would be bad. Okay, I don't. We'll find out where we want it to lay, right along that other red. This I need to trim just a little bit. And you can make this longer to go clear out to the edge if you want to. It'll just add extra strength to your book. For some reason I had to cut a piece of this off and I don't remember why. But that's why mine are so short. But it still works. As long as you have a good hold here, it'll be fine. All right. Now, if there's two ways you can do this. You can push it out if you want so that it lays in there this way, but if we do that, then it's going to stick out, which really I don't mind a lot, but a little bit I do. So I want to try to get it as flat as I can. And I would rather if it lays out at the back like this and not the front for a cascade effect. I probably should have cut these a little shorter, but I didn't, so. It's been one of those funky weeks for me. All right. This, I want to burnish down a little bit more. Make sure it lays a little flatter, that will help. And I actually could have made this a little smaller because we don't have a really wide spine here. Make sure it gives us as much room as it will. Okay. All right. I have to grab something real quick and I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, we're going to start gluing this in. I'm not going to put a lot of glue right up here because I did put a little eyelet in the top of here because we're going to make a thing to hang on there. So we're going to start here. And I'm not going to worry about a whole lot of glue in the spine area because that will be all right. I am putting some there though. This I want to make sure stays down well. It's going to look a little messy till you get it completely done, but once it's done, it should be better. Okay. I'm going to try to hold this up where I want it to be. Okay. And then we're going to put it down. Burnish this down really well. Hoping you can see what I'm doing here. This is what I was going to hold our book in, so we want to make sure this is burnished down really well. Okay. All right, and we'll go to the back side and do that same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put my hook in there. We're going to add to this, but I'm going to, maybe if I can figure out how to work it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put it through here. Maybe if I can get it to go through there. Come on. There we go. I'll say it shouldn't have been that hard. All right. Just make it easier for me. And then we're going to glue this side down. Again, trying not to get glue on our pages. And you can do this part before you even put your pages in if you want to. But since I was doing all that Mod Podging and stuff, for time's sake for the video, I had to let that dry. Alright, we're going to burnish this down. I know it looks kind of ugly and funky right at the moment, but it won't when we're done. I hope. Okay, now, the next thing I need to decide before I put my velvety stuff on is, I was thinking, I have some black lace. A couple of them, not that one, no, it's stretchy, I don't want stretchy. I didn't have as many blacks as I thought I did. Oh, there's one. I was going to say, I thought I had more than that. That's thin. I want a little bit wider than that. I actually have this too. I was thinking maybe putting along here. But it might be too long. Let's see. Too much here. Let me cut a piece just to see. Oh, those scissors are not going to cut fabric. Okay. As you know, I love this kind of lace. Well, my thought was if we put it along here and let it cascade down. I do like that. I kind of like that better than the I was going to use the black, but I kind of like that better. Lightens it up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. All right. I'm going to cut this, though, because I don't want it to waste any more than I have to. If I cut it down through here, it'll still have plenty to go under the velvet. And I can still use this piece here with the little bobbles on it. So let's cut two pieces that size. We'll put one in the front, one in the back. I'm cutting with these pinking shears, so hopefully it doesn't fray, which that usually doesn't fray that much. Now I just have to make sure that I don't put it on upside down. Okay, put that out of the way. All right, so if we put it just under there to where we can see these and let it hang, I think that would look really nice. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so let me get my Fabri-Tac. Make sure I get it the right direction. Sometimes this lace is really hard to tell. All right, so this is the front, so I want to put it on this way. And I'm going to try to put it on where when I cut it off, I still have those. It's still going to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. All right. Now the next step is this our sheet, which is going to go over top of that. And I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit. Always try to make them a little longer than they need to be until I figure out how long they need to be. I'd rather have a little bit of waste than have it too short and have to waste the whole thing. Okay. All right. Got a little bit of my fabric tack on there. Come on. Like I said, this does have a sticky back. It was pretty sticky when I got it, but it's still pretty sticky. It's probably about a year old, so I was wondering if it'd still be sticky. So I think it seems sticky enough, so I think we'll be all right. So let's take this off. Put it up against the edge here. I have a little bit of black sequins-y like ribbon, and we're going to put that right down along there. I do believe just on the top and the bottom. Well, no, we'll probably go up through there too. Why not? So let me cut this where we need it to cut. Excuse me. Whoops, get back here. Turn over here where you belong. Get back on there. Okay, I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch glue dry, so I went ahead and put that on that side and the back side. And we're going to set this aside and work on something else here for a minute. Let that dry well. Okay, now I'm going to work on these tags. What I have done is I have this punch. Move this stuff out my way here. I have this punch I got at Hobby Lobby, I think, when it was, or Joann's. It may have been Joann's when it had them on sale. I was trying to see if it has a name on it anywhere. I've had this for a very long time. It's the only punch I have like this, and I just love these punches. But it makes these little flowers. You can see there, and like this. So it makes it kind of look lacy. And this is just cardstock here that I have. And I thought we would use those. So it's lacy, but not too awful girly. Not that I mind, girly. But I thought we would use those on our large tags that go in our pockets for the pools. I thought that would look pretty nice. So that's what we're going to put together while we're waiting for that glue to dry. Then I'll show you that a little closer up. All right, I think we're going to put it on the back side. Whoops, that came out fast, didn't it? And I wanted to stick up some, but not a tremendous amount. So, you know, about like that. You may even want to make your tags doubled so that this is actually in the middle and you don't see it on the front or the back. But I didn't do that. In hindsight, I probably would have the next time I make a book like this, but for now, I think it'll be all right. I do want here and there to trim these because some of them are not straight. I don't know how I got them so crooked, but I did. And I want to trim these little sticky parts off of the outside edge, make it look a little better. I think it'll be better if I put the glue on here. Then, see about how far up we want it to stick. I think that makes it kind of pretty. And give you a little pull, and this will stick out the top of the book, which will be nice. I think I cut these with the scissors, is why I got them so crooked. So those of you who keep telling me you can't cut straight, neither can I. That's why trimmers are so nice and handy. I think we have, I want to say 14 of these tags. I think I cut out plenty. And with this punch, you can, try to get it in the middle. Take a piece of this and run this all the way down the page. I had thought about putting those on the outside edges of the books, but I went with this instead for time reasons. This one looks straight. I must have cut it with the cutter. Trying to get them in the middle. And I just cut these big tags out of the paper, digital kit. There's really not a front or a back to this paper, I don't think. I just, for some reason, well, maybe there is. One side looks just a little bit I guess just a little bit shinier than the other, and it could be just because of the punch. I can tell which side I punched it on. That could be why it looks like it has a front and a back. And some of them just, I want to trim if it has a little piece that sticks up a little much, just from the way you punch it. Sometimes the end looks a little weird. Bring this down a little bit more. There we go. All right. I was going to make a booklet out of these too if we have time to stick in one of the pockets. Oh, I have some left over. That's always good. All right, now we'll put these in the pockets. That glue should be dry now, I think. Okay, so now we have our sequenced. If you have some regular black ribbon, just really thin black ribbon, I would probably use that instead. I just didn't have any. This is the only thin black I had, and it's sequins, which, I mean, I don't mind it. It's just a pain in the butt when you cut that sequins. All the little things want to fall off. But then this is, I think that's pretty dry in there. What it will look like on the outside. And I kind of like that. I think it looks kind of cool like that, actually. I'm not probably going to put a... Oh, I still have that in there. That's why I didn't want to close right. I was wondering. There we go. I had thought about putting a closure on this, but I really don't think I'm going to, because it doesn't seem too bad, so. And you can always tie a ribbon around it, or a piece of sari silk or something. I just didn't want anything to cover up the front, because I kind of like how that came out. Okay, so I will show you what I did on the inside as we're going through and putting our tags in. Get my ruler, because sometimes here and there a little piece of glue will make your pockets close up. We'll just run a ruler through them and make sure they're open. And start putting our tags in. I love this wolf. Maybe if I can get him to go in there. Go on, boy. Okay. So each page should have a pocket. I'm not putting these in really in any specific order right at the moment. Alright, so the cauldron, this gives you plenty of pockets, tags to write on for one, and pockets, put anything you want in, and these pockets are, not something before, I don't know what it was, are, pretty good size, so you could fit little tablets in there. Some of the bigger ones you could probably even put like your little gemstones. I know a lot of people who use these have gemstones. You can put those in there. For a minute I thought I had a skull with a skull, which wouldn't have been bad. And of course you could also stagger your, if you made these a little thinner, you could stagger them along your tag or whatever if you wanted it not to all line up together. That doesn't bother me. However it wants to go. Stuck on something or what? No. Always one in the bunch, you know. Then there's our little notebook. We'll go through the book too because I did add some stuff on the inside. Oh, I might not have made enough tags. I thought I did, but evidently I didn't. Or I've got some couple somewhere that I didn't grab. But we will fix that. And you don't have to have a tag in each one, but I only have 2 left there, so we'll probably go ahead and make a tag for them. But you can see how the let me open it up a little bit so you can see how all the little tags look in there. I think it's kind of cool. It's getting kind of fat. Okay, so let's go through, because I already did do some embellishments on it, and I'll let you see what I did do there, just time-wise. And I showed you how to do some of them. I just didn't want to make you sit here while I did every single one of them. With the cauldron there, I've just used a couple of those little bugs and put on there, like they're being tossed in there or jumping out of there. I thought that was kind of cool, actually. This is one of the little pockets that came with it that I put together and just stuck some cards in there. I didn't do anything to this page. I was thinking on this page, there's a couple envelopes here. And I thought we would just paper clip those on there. Actually, I think I want to use this one. And there were some cards of... Alright, what are we stuck on? There we go. Some little cards like this, mostly of women. There was one spider left. I just stuck in there in case you wanted to write on the back of them or use them for something. And I will most likely just paper clip that on there. Grab a paper clip here. There were 2 of these, so we'll put one there. And this has this nice little saying on it. Then we also have the little house one. I really didn't do anything to that one. You could add a pocket there if you wanted to. I do have a couple of these left. I made a couple of them up to put in there, but I do have a couple left. I mean, we could make those up and paper clip those to that. You know, whatever you decide you want to do there. And we have the little frogs on there. I didn't do much to these 2 pages. You can add what you want. I had thought about maybe, I can find them. Oh, somewhere. I have like these sample tags you could either put on there with a safety pin or use it as a tuck spot even. Well, let's do that with this one, just because we can. Let me ink around the edge real quick just for, so I could say I did it. Okay. And we could just put this down in the corner, like a little specimen tag, and have a little tuck spot there. Actually have a, where's he at? A little rat card we could stick on there. That would be cool. And you could also put on there handmade by, if you know you wanted to put your name on there so people know who made it. I didn't decorate every page because I just really like those pictures, and then that gives the person who buys it, I always like to leave a little in my journal so that when somebody purchases it, they can add, you know, a little bit of them to it. They might want to put a bead or something on there, the little gems or something, and fasten it to it or something. You never know. And then this one was a little jar. This is the one that we did on camera, where we cut the little jar for the tags and stuff to go in. There's some writing pages here. I also did the same thing for this little bird here, so that the tags and things slide right behind him. Oops, back here, dude. You go in there too. Oh, I was going to say, did I do the same thing there? But no, I didn't, because this is our actual journal book. So you have plenty of places to write in here. And I just used regular, like, different kinds of parchment paper in there. And I used 2 of the digital kit pages to give you some interest in the middle. I did the same thing here with this bottle and the frog. I cut that out so that my tags will stick behind there. Evidently I put them in there before it's completely dry. And same thing here with this bottle with, not sure what that is in there, a bat or something inside there, but it's kind of cool. But I did the same thing with it, and I used, since this is botanical, I used some like botanical chart ones and a little postcard. And just put those in there for them to write on or whatever they want to do. Put the other little pocket here. Oh, let me go back a little bit here and find here. Let's find our place here. I wanted to put this other envelope in there. I think we'll put him right here. Okay, go back where we were. Another one of those little pockets, and I just put some of the ephemera in there. There was this little owl with a little piece of ephemera. I just glued that right on here. And then the same thing with the books and the skull. We cut behind there so we could put ephemera in there. And there's the other 2 envelopes. I just thought that was really cool with the little skull head cut out in front there. And you could put pockets on the back of these if you wanted to, or whatever you decide you want to do. And now we're going to work on our charm here. I just have one of these hooks. It's a Tim Holtz hook. I'm pretty sure I got it at Amazon. I get most of my stuff from Amazon. And this was also a charm that came in a set of charms. They had these ones and the same ones in silver. I just thought this color would look better on here than the bright silver. And I just attached one of these little rings, which are called, oops, falling apart here, split rings. And they're actually like keychain rings. I put this on the end of it. And I'm going to put a couple of more of these up through here and hang at least a couple of these off of it also. And bear with me here. I have a hard time with these sometimes, getting them open and on there. I wasn't going to do this on camera because it takes me a while, but and I really thought, well, you might want to see how I do it. I'm trying to get my, if I put it up through there, if you can see that, to hold on to it, it helps me to get it on there. Just find the hole, and then you just turn it until it gets on there, just like that. And then we're going to hang. Let's hang this little dude on here first. Little skull, which my grandson calls dead guys. Every time he sees a skeleton, he says, it's a dead guy. Okay, let's try that again. I actually thought when I bought these that I bought jump rings. And evidently I wasn't paying attention because I didn't. I got split rings. But I do like these a little better. They're harder to get on there for me, but I like them a little better just for the fact that, I put that on backwards, didn't I? That they don't pull apart as easy as jump rings do. And like I said, they're a little harder to get on there, but I think they work better once you get them on. Alright. I put the dead guy on backwards. Let's turn him around. See if I can get my... Come on now. There. Helps me get it started. Still have this cough, it's just holding on there. All right, now we'll move up a little bit. Goodness. Get my, split my fingernail already. I don't have very strong fingernails, and that's part of my problem. Oh, come on, get in there. I used to have a little screwdriver I used for this. A little flat, just a little tiny flat screwdriver, and I would stick in there, but I don't know what happened to it. There we go. Sorry, this is taking so long. Okay, we're going to put this one on the other side. Well, there. And I'm just randomly putting these on. I'm not... normally I would kind of space them evenly by counting down or whatever, but I'm just kind of willy-nilly putting them on there. Come on. There for a minute, I thought I was going to... I did. I went the wrong way and took it off instead of putting it on. Oh my goodness. Do you guys have this much trouble with these things? Or do you use these things? I apologize. We, at some point, will get this book done. Hopefully. Actually, I think I'm going to get a hold of it, and I'm going to pull and just spread it apart a little bit, and then I can put it back together. I'll go right there. It's easier for me. Sometimes it doesn't. All right, which direction am I going here? Come on. Turn, turn, turn. There we go. Is it on there? Is it on there? Goodness. This is probably much easier to do not on the book, but sometimes it's easier on the book because... Okay, come on. All right. Are we on there? All right, let's put the little hand on here. There we go. That went on pretty easy. And we'll back off a little bit. And squeeze this dude back together. There we go. Okay. Goodness, I've never had this much trouble. Do we want to? Yeah, we'll put this last one on there. Why not? These also come in different sizes. I'm going to put this one up here on this ring. easier. All right. Now, open up. Open sesame. Come here, little guy. Okay. Goodness, I hope this video isn't like forever. Oh, it's not. Not as much as I thought. I thought we'd been here for an hour already. Goodness gracious. Alright. Alright, now we have him on there. And we have our little charms that kind of go with the theme of the book. Our little skull head, our little skeleton hand, another little skull head, and a music note with a skull head. It says something on it. But I couldn't tell you what it says because it is too little. Okay, so there we have it. If the spine on our book would have been a little bit bigger, or we'd have put a couple less pages in, we probably would have not had it come open so much, but that's not too bad, really. And as I said, you can always put a hook on it later. You can just wrap a string around it or what have you. We do have these strings hanging at the bottom. I was going to just cut them off, but I thought I had... Sorry, I had a couple of these black and white beads. I thought we'd put just a couple on the bottom of each one of those. Hopefully I don't have a problem like I normally do with these. Somebody had told me too that if you put tape, a little piece of Scotch tape on the end of these, that it helps. Sometimes I use a little bit of glue on the end of it just to stiffen it up enough that I can get it through those beads. Scotch tape does work. I don't have any up here right now, but I thought this is that waxed string. I thought that would help, but let's put a red one on there with it. This reddy gold one would be pretty, I think. Put two black ones and a reddy gold one, and then we'll do the opposite on the other one. How about that? I'm only going to put, well, I would say 3 on each one, but if I can't get this last one on there. Yeah, you have to watch some of these beads sometimes too. Do not have holes that go all the way through them. I think I might have mentioned that before. Usually I don't have a whole lot of problem, but sometimes the holes just don't go all the way through. And this, I mean, it's not a lot. You still get your money's worth for these beads, but... All right, now let's do this one. Put a little glue. I was telling you too, this is waxed string that I use, but sometimes after you get it colored through your book and everything, it the wax kind of comes off of the end of it. This one we're going to do the other way. We'll do two of these and one of the other. I can see that's not I think I need to start buying bigger beads where I can actually see the hole and maybe use a needle. Oh, goodness. Come on now. It does have a couple to put on there. Why do you gotta be so hard? Why you gotta be so stubborn? See, I don't know if that goes. Yeah, it did. Okay. Felt some resistance. I thought maybe it wasn't gonna go all the way through. Oh, I need a black one now. I think that's the one I had that didn't have a hole in it. I could see that hole there for a minute. Come back here. Aha. If I saw the hole from that far away, I knew it was a pretty good size hole. And sometimes they have holes, they're just not very big on some of them. Oh, there we go. There he is. Okay. Come on. Get in there. Goodness. Causing me troubles today. Okay. All right, so there's our little beads. There's our little dangles. And you could take like this kind of lace, the black, and go down through. That would actually look really cool on there. Just down through this way. There's so many things that you could do. I'm not going to on this one, but normally I probably would if I had more time. But I do have, give me that. Let's see if I can find a big one. Since we have a little more time than I was thinking. Thinking on a couple of these pages, I may go ahead and put these hooks in and hang these from, just because they match that. And I think they'd look nice on here. You could hook them on here with bulb pins, even. You could hook it on here with a bulb pin. Would not look too bad, but I think just the corners would be nice. So let me grab my rivets. See if I have any left of that color. Alright, here. We could use black even. There's black ones in there and this coppery color. I kind of like that coppery color. Oh wait, these might be. Let me see. Yeah, these will match. Put that copper color one back in there. Okay. Now I'm just going to find the page I want. Let's put one here. I'm going to pull my tag out so I make sure I don't put a hole in my tag. And I want the small little dude, I think. Does it say what size these are? 3/16. I do want the big one there. All right. Just want it right here on the corner. So it's right there. And we'll put our little eyelet in. Put it back here. Close him up. I think this is that enough. We'll see. I kind of wish that clothespin would actually open. Let's see if I don't know, it might not be big enough. Are there any bigger ones? There's a bunch of different sizes in here, but may not have put it close enough to the edge. Of course, you know there's more than one way to skin a cat. Ah, listen here, dude. Get in there. Okay, it's not gonna be big enough. So, like I always tell you, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Just trying to pry this other end open. There we go. So I can get a hold of both ends with my needle nose pliers. And, oh, come on. Come on. And pull it apart a little bit. Like a spring. Because we are crafters, you know, if you don't have what you need, what do? We make it. So, we are going to make it. I'm not too good with these little pliers, though. Come on. Goodness gracious. These are not really jewelry pliers, which really would help, but gotta use what you got, right? Okay. Now, I'm gonna take a hold of just the very end. Maybe if I can keep a hold of the very end. Come on. Turn. Okay, come on. It would help if I had some strength in my hands, but not much, I don't. Not turning. All right, fine. That's not turning the way I want. I don't have the strength that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I had some of those black like this, but they don't have the loop on them. But I do have is some ball pens. Since that doesn't want to cooperate with me, let me put these away. I do have some ball pens. And I do have a couple black ones. We'll use black. Somewhere I have some little clothespins like this, but they don't have the loop in the bottom, so you can hang stuff down from there, and that would have been okay in there, but I actually think the bulb pins will look better. So open him up. Stick him through there. Let's put the hand on this one. And then he will just hang off the book. Put him the other way. This way. And let's put the other one. I want to put it right in there. So let's put it on this page. This, you can do 3/16 hole or 1/8 hole. Now the 1/8 hole comes out the top, and then the 3/16 comes out the bottom. And that's why I have such a hard time, because I always forget which one comes out where, and I don't get it as close as I want sometimes. I'm still working on figuring out how to work that thing. Okay, put our eyelet in there. And then you push it all the way to the front. Oops, squish it. It's got to stay in there. Alright. Haven't had that very long, and it's taken me a little while to figure it out. We'll put right here. Alright. And then we're going to put this way. This dude on there. I was trying to figure out which direction I wanted it facing. Actually, come on. On this one I want there. The bulb part at the bottom. There we go. I want the bulby part at the bottom. Actually, it might look better with this one too. There. Okay. So there we have these hanging out. Looks like he's holding on to it. And you can put, you know, these along here anywhere you want. That's up to you. Decoration-wise, you decorate for you the way you decorate. I don't make a whole lot of these kind of grimoire books, but I have made one. I thought it was kind of cool. I'm not really into that stuff, but a lot of people are, and I think they're fun to make. So, oops, we need to put our tag back down in there. There we go. Didn't pull that tag up. Did I get a hold of it? Oh, no, I guess not. That's good. Okay, so there we have it. Our kind of little grimoire magic spell book, whatever you want to call it. I think it turned out pretty good. Whoops, got something stuck on there. There we go. I kind of like the way it looks there. I really think it looks like tree roots or something. But there's the back of it. There's our side with our, I didn't put anything down the side. I just like the way that looks. And the front. And I kind of think this looks really cool because it brings out all the other colors in it. So, but there you have it. Again, this is Kelly Watson's digital kit, and it's called Witch's Cauldron. And it's really cool and really fun to play with and work with. And it's Kelly's Crafts by Kelly on Etsy, which is all listed down below. So check out some of her other kits that she has too are really beautiful. I think you're really going to like them all. So check them out and let me know what you think. If you buy any, let me know which ones you purchased, which ones you're going to be working with. And if you get this kit and make one of these kind of books, please leave a picture of it in the links below and let me know what you made, because I like to look at the things you guys make and come up with. I think it is so cool. So have a great day. Please show the girls down below some love. Thanks to all those of you who have subscribed to my channel. Anybody who hasn't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. Share my channel on your Facebook pages, your Instagram, whatever you'd like. I don't have any problem with that at all. I've had a couple of people ask me if I minded if they share my YouTube channel, and no, absolutely I do not mind. I hope that you do. So you guys have a great, great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.